is the founder and CEO of Access, the leading global home healthcare technology company. He leads the strategic vision and direction of the Dallas, Texas-based company, which has locations around the world, including Lagos, Nigeria. He is passionate about improving the quality of healthcare services delivered to patients in their homes by empowering healthcare organizations with the state-of-the-art software solutions. Since Olajide founded Access in 2007, the company has grown rapidly, and toward today, more than 8,000 organizations, 7 million of patients worldwide have used Access software and services to make care in the homes easy and makes lives better. Olajide has been recognized as the Outstanding Healthcare Executive of the Year and a leader in diversity, and Access is recognized nationally and internationally as a best place to work. His commitment to building a stronger community resulted in him being chosen by his peers to serve in 2020 as the youngest ever chair of the Dallas Regional Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, an executive committee, and he successfully led the Dallas business community through the COVID-19 pandemic. He currently serves on the board of the Dallas Citizens Council, where he works with other leaders to provide guidance on the policy issues that will move the region forward. In 2016, Olajide was recognized as the youngest ever distinguished alumnus of the University of Texas, Dallas. He has endowed the largest scholarship fund for the engineering school for computer science students. He is currently chairing the $1 billion campaign fundraising campaign for the university. As he has risen to a prominent position, he has always been committed to Africa's prosperity as well. Having established himself as a leader in the most prosperous business community in the United States, he has focused even more attention on ways to make a difference in his home country, here in Nigeria, and other areas of the continent. While recently delivering the Keynote convocation address at Babcock University, Olajide reaffirmed his commitment to promoting an inclusive economic environment that provides and promotes opportunities for growth and job creation across the African continent. Beyond numerous philanthropic contributions, Olajide has established Cavista, a global technology company with operations in North America, Asia, Europe, and with African operations in Lagos, Nigeria. This already employs close to 300 software engineers as it focuses on helping to train and develop young talent to solve complex challenges in the Nigerian technology space, while also creating jobs and opportunities for development and growth. He recently made a multi-billion-dollar investment to support Agbeyewa farms, an agricultural project here in Ekiti State that looks to create tens of thousands of jobs. Olajide believes strongly in community engagement and invests actively to ensure that the local communities benefit through educational, health, transportation, and other infrastructural schemes. Olajide serves on the board of the Corporate Council on Africa, which promotes U.S. businesses and investments in Africa, as well as on the board of the Presidential Precinct in the United States, which engages and inspires emerging leaders in Africa and around the world to address challenges in their countries. As he thoughtfully engages on both continents and around the world, Olajide continues to support and partner with leaders in Africa across government, business, and technology. He sees Africa's untapped potential for future growth and prosperity and really wants to do what he can to help achieve that potential. Please let's give a warm applause for Mr. Ni John Olajide.
Thank you, Dr. Filani, for the kind introduction. I really, really appreciate it. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. You know, it's obvious that this audience does not know me well enough. When I say hello, I expect people to say hello back as enthusiastically as possible. Boya ide tí mo kọ́kọ́ sọ ni òye yín, so ma sọ l'Ekiti. Ìyẹn ara o ẹ̀yin ènìyàn. A máa ṣe lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí o. We can do that better. Ìyẹn ara o. Ẹ ṣé. Thank you so very much. please allow me to stand on existing protocol that's already been established. And in addition to that, I want to recognize my colleagues from Cavista and Agbeyewa farms that are here today. Please wave your hands so everyone can see you. Thank you so much for being here today. I get too much credit for the work that I do, but they really make it possible. I also want to recognize someone really important in the audience today, a great man that I want you all to know about, my father, Elder Daniel Olajide. Daddy, please rise. And let's give him a round of applause. It gives me great pleasure to be granted this esteemed platform to say a few words of goodwill and to share some thoughts about what I believe the future holds for our dear homeland, Ekiti State, especially after this season of transition. My message today is rather simple. To win the future, it's time for all of us to act. A-C-T, act. A for accountability and action, C for commitment, and T for teamwork. Before I proceed, I will share a bit about my background. My name is John Olajide, a proud son of Ekiti. And our Keynote is here today. Keynote Aikurawa. Let's give him a round of applause, please. Thank you. Aikurawa, Aniyi. I was born the third of 5 boys to my parents. It may interest you to know that I was born in Ajegunle, Lagos. I want to say that again. I was born in Ajegunle, in Lagos. I grew up and had my primary and secondary education in Nigeria before going abroad for my further studies. I grew up in a Nigeria where it was ideal for every child to have a qualitative education in public schools, regardless of the economic circumstances of their families, where every child could aspire to a brighter future, given the chance to fully express their God-given abilities in life. I say very often, it is a solid foundation in character and learning that I got from my family, and as a proud Nigerian, that accounts for the modest achievements I have attained so far in life. That, in addition, of course, to the fact that I'm a very proud Ekiti man. A very proud one. My parents did not get more than a primary 6 education. Both my parents, they did not have the opportunity to. But they were very, very educated. And they placed a high premium on their children excelling in school and being morally upright. Indeed, from very early in my life, my being Ekiti became my very essence and shaped my worldview. I take Ekiti with me everywhere that I go. I internalized the pristine Ekiti values that have guided me in my life and career so far, and they are selfless service, collaboration, hard work, excellence, and integrity. To further buttress my point about how highly Ekiti's value education and how teachers are revered, I may borrow from the speech so eloquently delivered by a renowned Ekiti poet, Professor Niyo Shundari, at the inauguration of Governor Fayemi about this time 4 years ago. In his speech, he rendered an old Ekiti song, and I will sing. So if you know the song, you can sing along with me. Elu o e, elu ao, elu o e, elu ao. Kúkú bá ti mọ́ ti pọ́mọ mi, lólóyè ọkọ o, mo ti yá pé tán. Ìjọ́ ọmọ jẹ́ o, mo ti yá pé tán. Ìjọ́ ọmọ mú o, mo ti yá. Are you going to finish that for me? Mo ti yá ṣe èyí ológun tí ṣà o. For those of you that don't know what that means, it means if my children do not pass before their time, I will live one day to tell the story of when I had enough to eat. And I'll live to tell the story of when I had enough to eat. And I'll be the proud mom, the proud parent of a gallant teacher. That's what that is. As Professor Shundari noted, the significance of the song of the singer's aspiration to become a teacher, the teacher's mother. That indicates the highest theme in which the teacher was held in those days. The teacher's role and impact went beyond the classroom by virtue of his or her learning and education. The teacher was regarded, among other things, as an embodiment of enlightenment, a community leader, a consultant on many matters, and a disciplinarian of the community's wayward children. We have a lot of those in some of our communities, right? That was the high premium we place on education and those responsible for educating the future generations. So for me, there is no doubt, no debate about the most pressing imperatives that our good country must address to win the future: education and the restoration of our values. In this regard, I thank His Excellency, Governor Biodun Oyebanji, for taking action and being accountable to prioritize these issues during your tenure and for all you accomplished, including especially the recent announcement by UNICEF that Ekiti State has the second lowest rate of out-of-school children in Nigeria. Let's give our governor a round of applause. Governor Oyebanji, I celebrate you for your vision, your creativity and excellence and diligence that has brought our beloved state this far, and for grooming a worthy successor in the person of His Excellency, Mr. Biodun Oyebanji, who is now set. Let's give him a round of applause as well. Thank you, thank you. Who is now set to consolidate and build upon the legacy that's been laid already. The orderliness demonstrated with this transition is a source of pride to all Ekitis at home and abroad, and has laid a precedence we must never fall short of in the future. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the outcome of sustained efforts to improve the quality of education and the restoration of the primacy of our values in society, which we're beginning to see, is a new mindset that is essential for the times that we're in. A new way that's required for us to win the future. We must reorient our hearts and our minds with a focus on our youth who are in the majority, to see the opportunities before us as a people and a state who are uniquely positioned to become the most prosperous state in Nigeria within the next 30 years. Did you hear what I said? I don't think you did. Our vision for Ekiti is to have the most prosperous state in Nigeria within the next 30 years. Let's give that a round of applause. In line with the Ekiti State Development Plan that's been put up by this current government. And as I said earlier, it's going to take all of us working together, and we have to act to make sure that happens. Some of you may wonder if I'm talking about the same small landlocked Ekiti State that we're in, with meager federal allocations and immense developmental challenges. My belief in Ekiti's future is not unfounded, nor is it wishful thinking. As an entrepreneur who started Access at the age of 26 and have grown it into a global organization today, disrupting the industries that we're in, I owe my success to spotting business opportunities long before they become obvious to everyone else. I believe deeply that Ekiti's prosperity is possible. I truly believe that with a proper mindset, anything at all is possible. I recently led a discussion among our leaders at Access globally to encourage all of us to dream about what is possible for our organization, and at the same time reflect on the respective individual purposes in life, our purposes in life. Ladies and gentlemen, I know my own purpose in life. My purpose is to serve others. And I suspect that many of you also feel a similar purpose. I also imagine that right now, most of us are giving a lot of thought to what role we're going to play in Ekiti's future. One of the strategic outcomes of our decision was to take a position in Ekiti State. You see, I am very clear about the possibilities in Ekiti, as well as the role I believe God will have me play. And I am very excited about that, as we all work together to create a brighter future for Ekiti. I encourage everyone here today to remember that anything at all is possible. Because as we've all heard, whatever the mind can conceive of and the heart can believe, and you work hard, we can achieve. Did you hear me say that? I'll repeat myself. Whatever our minds can conceive of, and we believe strongly and work toward it, we can and will achieve it. As a practical example, our decision to take action and make strategic investments in Ekiti State is not just based on the sentiments that I'm an Ekiti man, but because of the meeting of the minds with His Excellency, Governor Biodun and his team. They've laid a solid foundation for Ekiti to become the preferred destination to live, to work, and do business. Their commitment was clear and remains sustained. So many of you have not had the privilege of engaging Governor Biodun one-on-one, and he talks about his vision for Ekiti State. I know Ekiti is always on his mind. I know that. Governor, thank you. Let's give him another round of applause. Thank you. Today, our group of companies is arguably the single largest private investor in Ekiti State, with interests in frontier sectors such as agriculture, tourism, and the knowledge economy, in addition to massive investments in the civic sector. I am particularly fascinated that our Agbeyewa farms, an agriculture project here in Ekiti State that has seen us invest billions of dollars already, is set to create tens of thousands of jobs. I know for you those are frightening numbers. We will. We will. And once again, restore the idea of Agbe, Loba, dignity, and prosperity in farming. It may interest you to know that we already employ over 400 people at Agbeyewa farms, just so you know that. So we are well on our way. We're grateful to have the concession to revamp our flagship tourism destination in Ekiti State, to Warm Spring Resorts, and we are set to turn it into a world-class golfing tourism destination. When I was growing up, I knew and heard so much about Ekiti. Candidly, I had never been there until we took the concession. And when I saw it, it wasn't reflective of what I expected it to be. By the grace of God, and with your help and support, we will turn it around. We're also strategic partners to the Ekiti Knowledge Zone, and we're bringing to bear our expertise in building Cavista, our technology company here in Nigeria that already employs over 300 engineers already in Nigeria. And we are poised to employ thousands more. Cavista, for those of you that don't know, focuses on supporting our global engineering infrastructure and also training and developing young talent here in Nigeria to serve clients globally. I am very, very passionate about economic development and look forward to seeing all our investments make a significant impact in the lives of people in our host communities. Equally important, though, is that I want to make sustainable investments. And I know, without a doubt, that Ekiti is the best place to take a position in now. And I am telling everyone that I meet that. I must also mention that I've clarified 3 goals, 3 priorities for me being in Ekiti. Number 1 is to create jobs for people. Number 2 is to create more jobs for people. And I'm sure you can guess what number 3 is. What is it? So my priority for being in Ekiti State is jobs, jobs, jobs. I am in Ekiti to demonstrate that peace and prosperity is possible when we create jobs and broaden the range of economic opportunities available to our young people to live full and productive lives. It all started with me and my team observing the integrated approach to the Finance administration's investments in infrastructure across the state, strategically aimed at positioning us to leverage 2 areas of our strongest competitive advantage: agriculture and the knowledge economy. We produce more PhDs than any other state in Nigeria. It's an incredible resource. When the Finance administration commenced the airport and the Ekiti Knowledge Zone projects, I knew without a doubt that it was time. Their actions were clear and their commitment consistent. I still get the sense that many of us do not fully understand the game changers these 2 projects are for us as a state, and the emerging vista of opportunities that are unfolding before our eyes. While many of us may not understand how powerful this sense of direction is, I do. You see, I'll tell you why. I was privileged to have had a front row seat observing how a subnational jurisdiction like Ekiti State leapfrogged within a very short period of time. In the context of comparison to other states in their respective countries, Ekiti State and the Dallas region have a lot of similarities. Actually, to put it more correctly, many years ago, the Dallas region, in the context of its positioning in the United States of America, was where Ekiti currently is, within the context of our position in Nigeria. And I have been tremendously blessed to be a part of the Dallas business community. The Dallas region is welcoming, very welcoming, and today is the most prosperous region in the United States and indeed the world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There is no place in the world as focused on business prosperity and economic development as the Dallas region. And it's paying off in spades. It's paying off greatly. You may be interested to know that the region by itself has the 23rd largest economy in the world. You heard me? The Dallas region by itself has the 23rd largest economy in the world. To give you context, Nigeria is number 24. I heard some say, ponder that for just a moment. The Dallas region's economy, 23rd largest in the world. Nigeria is number 24. To achieve this prosperity that they had took vision, took action, took commitment, and it took teamwork, ACT. You remember that? The success of the Dallas Metroplex was made possible by the sheer force of the will of the people. Did you hear me? Enough is enough. Meaning the result, for those of you there, the result that their region must be successful, and they achieved that. I believe the greatest resource of any community at all is its people. And God, in his infinite wisdom, has blessed Ekiti with the best and the brightest minds in this nation. It is our time. Like Ekiti, Dallas is landlocked, and it's very much in the middle of the country. The Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport was a major game changer in attracting business, world-class companies, and tourism to the region. This opportunity is now available in Ekiti State with the Ekiti State Agro-Allied Airport. The Dallas region's success story rests on two pillars, just two pillars. The people, which we have an abundance of, quality people, and the airport. We have both in Ekiti now. The airport is our vital gateway to the rest of the world. Governor Fahimi, I want to congratulate you and your government for this remarkable achievement. I know it wasn't easy. I know that. Your Excellency, history will bear out the wisdom of your vision. I have no doubt about that. Dallas serves as a great example for all of us here. I'm a longtime member of the Dallas Regional Chamber of Commerce's Executive Board and served as its chairman in 2020. I couldn't have asked for a better year, right? Talk about perfect timing. COVID, of course, you know that. It was my responsibility to lead the business community through the COVID pandemic. As a result of being proactive in our thinking and aggressive in our actions, the Dallas region is even better positioned today than prior to the pandemic. The Dallas Regional Chamber of Commerce took the time a few years ago to establish a 30-year plan for the region, addressing, among other things, infrastructure needs, educational priorities, and legislative priorities to ensure the alignment of the laws, of the policies and programs that support the region's growth. I am glad that Ekiti similarly has developed a 30-year developmental plan. The Dallas region understands the incredible value of compounding on its continuing success. I must share that I believe that we're all getting either slightly better, or worse every day. At Access, I comment often that we're either growing or we're dying. It's binary. There's nothing in the middle. But growth does not have to be dramatic every day. Just making a little progress every day can lead to meaningful improvements. A 1% change, for instance, is barely noticeable in isolation. But because of the miracle of compounding, it can have dramatic consequences. If Ekiti can get 1% better every day, I have a question for you. By how much better do you think it will get in 1 year? Any thoughts? You probably know it's going to be by more than 365%, right? Ekiti, what's smart in Ekiti? I'm on math, I'm away. Okay? A lot of people think it could be between 5 and 10 times. But let me tell you, the answer is 37 times. By being 1% better every day over the course of 1 year. Conversely, if we're getting 1% worse every day, at the end of the year, we'll be 97% worse than we started off. Change in whatever direction starts to add up over time. Staying committed to our vision matters, and it requires that we all work together as a team and put our differences aside. We're one Ekiti. At Access, we have more than 50 countries represented in our staff of over 1,000 people. And I have no doubt that embracing this diversity and working together as a team has contributed tremendously to helping us grow. Diversity and inclusion, bringing people in, are key to ensuring we benefit from hearing all voices and opinions. It applies to business, it applies to communities and organizations, as well as to politics and governance. At Access, we say, may the best idea win, regardless of where it comes from. Everyone is included and encouraged to offer up their ideas to make us better. Ours is a culture of humility, where everyone is valued and their contribution is vital to the success of our organization. Fundamentally, it's a culture of performance and merit over ego. Your Excellencies, the distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to bring my remarks to a close by observing that for a country like Nigeria, I believe when we're able to harness the power of our diversity and build a nation where young and old, rich or poor, Christian, Muslim, or any other religion, people from the north or south, east or west, majority or minority, strong or weak, able or disabled, are all fully embraced and included in the journey of nation building based on values of hard work, merit, honesty, fairness, justice, openness, and transparency, then we can realize our fullest potential. Realizing our fullest potential can only happen when we're all taking action, A for action, in a committed manner, C for committed, and working as a team, teamwork, ACT, act, toward this common goal, standing shoulder to shoulder in our collective efforts to reverse the tide of brain drain, Jackpot syndrome, and disillusionment among people, and getting them to once again believe in a united and prosperous Ekiti in particular, and Nigeria as a whole. For every single person, for every single Ekiti person at home and abroad, it is your time to act. We need everyone's contribution to build the Ekiti of our dreams. So this is my call to action. And I want you to listen to me very carefully. What will you do to make Ekiti the most prosperous state in Nigeria in 30 years? What will you do to make Ekiti the most prosperous state in Nigeria in 30 years? What will you do to make Ekiti the most prosperous state in Nigeria in 30 years? I want you to ponder that question very carefully. What will you do? And more broadly, what will you do for your country to help it attain its pride of place in the community of nations and leave it a better place for generations to come? What will you do to be a good ancestor to folks that are coming behind you? I offer my personal assurances to continue to support the new administration and His Excellency, my friend, Mr. Biodun Oyebanji. I pledge to support him as he continues this historic task of advancing our collective aspirations for our dear state. This, for me, is not only a patriotic decision, but a strategic business one as well. And I encourage all Ekitis at home and abroad, as well as our friends and well-wishers from across the world, to be a part of what our dear state, the land of honor, Uleye, is becoming. Thank you all for listening to me. Ekiti, thank you and God bless you.